Your Honor.
Good morning.
Judge, thanks for bearing with me. I have Judge Dwyer this morning as well. We just have one with you this morning at State of Florida versus Joseph Duggar. And Mr. Duggar is here on Zoom this morning for two motions that were filed by the defense. Both of them are fairly self-explanatory. One has to do with cleaning up some language that was written during the first appearance with Judge Tracy Smith regarding no unsupervised contact with minors under the age of 18. Mr. Duggar is an individual who's the father of his own biological children, and this is causing an issue with him being able to have unsupervised contact. Neither of his biological children are alleged victims in this Florida matter. The other motion has to do with Mr. Duggar being allowed to be within 500 feet of the former residence, and I'll emphasize former because the family moved out, of the alleged victim. Mr. Duggar owns a number of properties for which he is a landlord, and it is interfering with his ability to take care of those properties, whether it be maintenance or landscaping work, due to the regulation of the 500 feet prohibition. So that is the other motion, asking that he be allowed to be within 500 feet of the former residence of the alleged victim and the alleged victim's family.
Where was the state?
Which one do you want?
Motion to no contact with the parcels.
We object to this because this would be tantamount to a limitation of liberty of the victim and their family. What at issue here is that there are properties that surround a property that still belongs to the victim and their family. So in a sense, what Mr. Duggar has done is he's already been to some of these properties. In fact, one of the addresses listed here that he says he needs to do work on, he's posted for sale. So I think he's already done the work necessary on the house. This was where the victim resided before. He's already been going to these properties when this is a place that is frequently held and visited by the victim and their family. They've asked me, they want access to their own property. Mr. Duggar is allowed to have access to all of these properties that surround it. It would limit the victim being able to go back to the property that they own.
Yeah, are they contingent? Do they touch?
They surround the property that the victim.
Do they border the property?
They do, Your Honor. And the only thing I would point out, Your Honor, is if the alleged victim's family wants to return to their own property, the alleged victim is a child, so I doubt the child is involved much with maintenance or landscaping work. It seems as if the objection, and I don't mean this in reference to the state, but by the alleged victim's family, is almost to harass Mr. Duggar.
And in addition, that same count there, he has a listing agent here, and he has property managers who can take care of that property without Mr. Duggar being personally present in any of these properties.
Based on that, I'll deny the motion. But there's not an objection to him having employees or agents to go and do that maintenance on the property, as long as it's not him.
I don't believe I have a basis to.
All right, so he can have someone else. He can have an employee or an agent to maintain the property. He just can have no contact with it. Okay. All right. The second motion, I guess, is the first motion, is the no contact order with unsupervised contact with his children. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
State's position on that?
Your Honor, this gets a little complicated because Mr. Duggar is the defendant where his children are the victims in cases out of Arkansas. And there are limitations to him on the Arkansas case. So right now he's got 4 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor and 4 counts of false imprisonment. So there's some limitations on his freedom
on those children?
On his biological children. The only requirement of our unsupervised contact, I've been in contact with the Arkansas equivalent of DCF. They're willing to supervise, and they are supervising that as part of their case plan in their case. So I know that Mr. Duggar listed in his motion that he hasn't been able to see his children. That has nothing to do with the unsupervised contact order here. He can just simply comply with the requests of the Arkansas DCF to have those contacts with his children.
Mr. Sauline?
Your Honor, respectfully, under Florida law, I'm not sure there is a basis for this honorable court to have that prohibition because my client's biological children are not alleged victims in the state of Florida. It would be a little unusual for a criminal case in the state of Florida to prohibit a defendant from having contact with his own biological children when the biological children are not the alleged victims in the Florida matter. I understand the concern Mr. Ferreira has, and that's why the Arkansas court has its own authority to govern accordingly.
But the order is not no contact with the minor children. It's unsupervised contact with.
Correct, Your Honor.
18.
So if his wife happens to be at work.
I think I had the authority to do that in any case dealing with the children of the alleged victims. And I can put that prohibition of any unsupervised contact. Now, I agree, and I can even put in criminal court, I think I can have no contact with minor children. Now, of course, in dependency court, you can't do that with his own children because that's tantamount to termination of parental rights. But I can certainly order no unsupervised contact with any minor children. And are you aware of the ongoing criminal cases in Arkansas? And I guess there's dependent or what's equivalent to dependency proceedings in Arkansas?
There's, a reunification, although some of that is under seal. I don't know the full details
Yeah.
of it, but that is in process in Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't want to know the particulars. I'm just want to know that there is a ongoing child welfare proceedings in the state of Arkansas. Is that correct?
There is, Your Honor. I'm not involved with that, but I have spoke to his legal counsel, and that is correct.
And there's criminal proceedings out there.
There were, correct. I'm not sure if those are completely resolved yet or not.
Well, I would deny the motion, but he can certainly have supervised contact with his children. Of course, that I can't do anything about any prohibitions that the Arkansas jurisdiction.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, in light of that, we do have a return date, July 14th. I'm fine with keeping that pretrial if Mr. Ferreira is for tracking purposes.
Okay. July 14th at 9 o'clock.
Judge, do you need us to send a proposed order? or
Yes,
the-
sir.
Okay, I will send one through the e-portal.
Mr. Duggar, that would conclude the hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duggar. I'll be in touch.
All right.
Madam Clerk, do you need me to sign for the next court date since we're already on it? Okay. All right, thank you.
Did we take care of Tessa